26 months. Now, did they look at every single email we sent? Certainly not, but they didn't unsubscribe. And because real estate is what it is, I mean, here's how I know this works. My wife would not unsubscribe because she and like mostly everybody who opts in, they like looking at real estate. Even if they're not looking to buy right now. Real estate it's like reality TV. You know, it's we're not gonna move, but every week we're like looking at houses, we go to open houses and stuff. And so that's why my guess is you'll also get a lower unsubscribe rate sending this type of stuff versus sending the newsletter.
Yeah, the newsletter, I never had a lot of faith in. It's just something that happened. And I don't know if in the one program I have control over that. But fortunately, the same leads are in my top producers, so I can move them around a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt you that going out. But if you add this on and you do it consistently, even if you weren't putting new, fresh leads in, which I know you will do, but even if you weren't doing that, you still will get tons of activity. In fact, I would love it if you got one of these emails out, the deal email. I don't remember, man, I typed a lot here. If you get Larry's picks out, if you get one of these out this week, I'd love to hear what happens because I guarantee you'll get response. One thing, just a little technical thing here, is I would always put either in the PS or above your signature, do us a huge favor and forward this email to anybody that you know of that might be interested in any of these deals or in getting this weekly list. And just by asking, people will do it. That's the other thing that happens all the time when you're doing this, is you'll get calls or emails and it's like, you don't know me, but my brother Bob, he's been forwarding your emails to me for 3 months, and I want to go look at this house I saw. And it's like, you don't, and the funny thing is, a lot of times, you've never even talked to Bob, the guy who's been forwarding to him. And that's when you know, that's when it gets fun.
Let me ask you something, and because you got my mind just rolling, and this is just so great, and I really appreciate your time, man.
This is fun. This is what gets me like jazzed, because I know if you do this stuff, you're gonna be in a week. You're gonna be like, you're gonna be busy, and you're gonna be coming back saying, "Man, this is awesome."
I was wondering, like in the either one of the two emails that I send out, if it. And you tell me your thoughts, since maybe everybody's not ready for the best deal of the week or this, but to have something else just totally off the wall. And I see you and Ryan, and I believe Ryan's kind of the off the wall person in the team
that
there.
That would be an accurate.
No offense to you.
He would appreciate that. He would appreciate that.
I actually met with him a long time ago, long before you guys got together. But at any rate, he was always very funny, and I was even thinking if you could put a little something in Larry's funny joke of the week or funny video of the week or just something other than real estate in there, if that would not be a little something that man, he always has good stuff.
Absolutely. That I'm so glad you brought that up, because they will remember you for that. If you make them laugh or even just smile, the chances are great that it will make it much harder for them to unsubscribe, and it will come to a point where they will look forward to your emails.
So I think that's a thought.
That is, I'm so glad you brought that up. A joke, a funny video, or something like that. And it just, hey, this has nothing to do with real estate, but it brought a smile to my face, and I thought it might do the same for you. And it's a joke or a video on YouTube or whatever. I think I'm so glad you brought that up. Entertain people.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put that in.
Yeah, and I think even the people that maybe that may lighten up the opt-out load on you. If some of them are going to opt out, I don't care what you do. But if you're sending something that makes them smile or laugh, or they say, guys, got a sense of humor, that they may just hang in there with you a little bit, and down the road end up buying a home from you. You never know.
Yep. And the other thing that is, I think, is important to do, and you could do it, it could be either one of these or both, is occasionally, and not every time, but occasionally working in a personal story. And it could be as simple as this. Hey, I was out looking for the deals of the week, and I tripped and fell on the front step and skinned my knee, and you show a picture of your skinned up knee. This is how hard I work for you, for all of you. I'm out putting my life on the line for all of you. Whatever the case may be, I just found when I put in personal stories, it gets people engaging with you. So you'll get people that will email and say, like I've done it a lot with my kids. I'll put my kids in there, and I'll get people, who have been on my list for a while that are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe your oldest son is 3. I remember when you were talking about him being born. Or what will happen is when they do call you, they'll be like, Larry, you don't know me. I've been on your list forever. I feel like I know you personally from your stories, and I have a sense of your sense of humor from your jokes and videos. So I feel like I know you, but you don't know me. I'm ready to buy a house. You're my guy. What do we need to do?
That's great. Yeah, I think that's good. Well, I just realized where all this came about. When I met Ryan, he was doing a thing with these foreclosures where he'd go in a foreclosure house,
yep,
or walk through foreclosures with his video camera and do really crazy things. He had someone in a sleeping bag one time, like he walked in on a vagrant sleeping in a foreclosure, and that was where I used to enjoy getting that kind of.
Yeah, I've seen him dancing in a mirror in those.
Yeah.
I've seen him pretending to fall downstairs. Yeah, I've seen that.
That's great though. That's good stuff to put in there. I think it's probably more important than the dadgum list, to be honest with you.
Well,
because
you'll be the guy who's the real estate agent that isn't all salesy and real estate.
Yeah.
You're the guy. Look, everybody. The reason reality TV has people glued to it, as unfortunate as it may be, is because people are bored in their own lives, and they are looking for ways to be entertained, and to bring a smile to their face and so forth. And if you're the guy who's the real estate agent, who's bringing that, like, it's impossible for them not to, 1, pay attention to you, and 2, want to hear from you. Look forward to your, looking forward to your communication, right? And that's what you want. I mean, you want to be the welcome guest instead of the pest.
Yeah, someone just trying to sell them. That's what I always feel like we're doing in real estate. When you mention you're a realtor, I think their whiskers go up, so to speak. They put up a wall, like, oh no, don't try and sell me something.
Yep.
All right, great, man. Well, this has been some good stuff.
Man, this was fun. I'm glad we did this, because I had fun doing it, and I can't wait to hear what happened. And you know what would be cool? I'd love to see some of what you implement, and then maybe we do another one of these in a month, and we reconvene.
That sounds great.
See how it went, and see if we can make it even better.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome.
That sounds great.
Awesome.
Can we kind of go off the record at this point in time?
Here, I'll stop the recording. Yep.
I don't mind. You can record.